Hey guys, we're the Escbeat team, and today we're going to talk about our predictions for semi-final one of Eurovision 2023. Let's get started.
Let's get started.
Let's start it.
So 15 countries will compete in semi-final one. Norway will open the semi-final, and it will be closed by Finland. But only 10 of them will make it to the grand final on Saturday. Just before rehearsal starts, we're here to sit down and discuss who do we think we will predict to qualify for the grand final. And it won't be according to our personal taste, but about what we think. Yes, so as a team, we'd agreed on 7 of the countries as qualifiers, while for the 3 others, we have some disagreements. Let's start by discussing the ones that we all agree about. The first one is Norway. Vani, why do you think Norway will make it for the grand final?
It's a very catchy song, very rhythmic, and I do think people will remember it and vote for it, and it's a great opener. I don't think it will have trouble, so yeah, an easy qualifier.
Agree, and I think that for a reason she has made it as a hit in the Spotify viral global, so I can see her qualifying here as well.
Yeah.
Great. So the next one that we all agree about is Croatia. And Nir, why do you think that Let Free will make it all the way to the grand final?
They're just so unique, for real. Like they're like no other, and the performance is just so memorable, and people are gonna talk about it like many years from now, I'm sure.
Yeah, I think that also what will be on their side is the fact that this semifinal is determined only by the televote. So, like, I can see it as a song the jury won't like, but televote, I think it will be crazy enough to get votes. Great. Another one that we have all agreed about is Israel, Noah Kirel. Yeah, so I think that Israel tried to play it really good this year. Rumors say that staging gonna be fabulous or phenomenal, actually. I know that there's gonna be something promising in the starting of the song, but also, of course, the dance break towards the end. Noah is charismatic. She has proved she's a great vocalist. A first live performance of this song, although in a kind of a cappella version, was made just a few days ago in Israel, and it was perfect, let me say. So yeah, I think that Israel has back to the game and big time this year. Great. So we have discussed on 3 of them so far. Next one we've all agreed about is, of course, Sweden. Vani, what do you think Sweden gonna make it for the grand final?
Oh, because that's the hit of this year. How can it stay in semifinal? Especially like they're 15 only. I think this is going to be first or second in semifinal, not just pass. It's very high. It's very easy. Like also, it's Sweden. They're also very like they have their stigma in Eurovision. So I do think that they will make a lot of years to not qualify to the final. Plus, it's an amazing song. So yeah, easy one.
Yeah, I agree, and I also think that the question will be, will Sweden win that semifinal or not? I think this is the real question about Sweden not qualifying.
True, that's true.
We'll see. And talking about Sweden, we can talk about another one that we have all agreed about, and it's another one that probably can win or be the runner-up of this semi. Yeah, you guessed correctly. This is Finland. Nir, please. Why do you think Käärijä gonna make it for the grand final?
I think it's the same like Let 3, you know, it's so memorable. His performance is out of this world. He has so much energy on stage, and you just can't stand out and not wanting to join in the party. Käärijä is amazing.
I agree, and I also think that running older also will be on his favor. Like he closing that semi, so for sure he will be memorable enough in order to advance and much beyond. Okay, another one that we've all agreed about. Maybe it will be a surprise for you, maybe not. This is Switzerland with Watergun. So for me, it's one of the best ballads of this year. Yeah, I agree that the running order is not on his favor. Like he's in the sandwich between Croatia and Israel. Two songs that for sure gonna like be very memorable. But I think that the fact that he's one of the unique ballads of this semi or in general will help him to stand out. Also, he's a great vocalist. And I think Switzerland gonna deliver also on the staging prospect. We have to see it though, because we only before rehearsals. But yeah, even though it's not the classical song to advance for semi-final that determined only by televote, I can see it as a qualifier. Vani, would you like to add something on Switzerland?
Not really. You covered almost everything. One thing I also wanted to say is that the song stands out for some reason because his voice is very deep, and we don't have this song. For example, it's something like Poland last year, a very characteristic vocal. So yeah, this is for me. It's a kind of a safe qualifier. Maybe not for top 5 of the semi, but 7th, 8th, I think so, something like this.
Interesting.
I don't know why, but I have a feeling that we all gonna be surprised by the staging and the video art for that song, because I'm not a fan of the song itself, but for some reason something builds up inside of me that I have a feeling that we're all gonna be surprised when we see it live visually. So definitely I think he will qualify.
Yeah, also we know that the Swedish Sasha John is gonna be behind the staging of this song. And also what has been revealed that he will be accompanied by 4 dancers on stage, 2 female dancers, 2 male dancers. So I guess it won't be that static, it will be more dynamic. Like what I can say that according to my impression, it will be different from Marius Bear on the staging aspect. And by the way, Marius also qualified. Another story though, but still. So yeah, I have about him. And now we reach for the last country that we've all agreed about, but still we don't count to the 10 of them. So the next one and last one that we all agree about is Czechia. And Nir, please explain to us why do you think Czechia will qualify?
I just think that the buzz about that song is already out there. The song is very, very catchy. We talked about in length about the languages and the whole story behind that song and the message. So I just think it's enough for them to qualify. Again, we talked about it, that we're all a little not sure how they're gonna prove their vocals because it's not perfect. But I think in general, it's a very, very good song and it's very catchy and they're gonna nail it. I hope so. So I believe they will qualify.
I have to agree. I also think like they bring kind of something ethnic to that semifinal, and we barely have it in that semifinal. So I think that the ones who are looking for the ethno vibe will find it in Czechia actually. Also, yeah, the message is kind of anti-war as well, although it's going to be like a song for women empowerment. But I think that both of those messages can converge to almost safe qualifying. I'm still waiting to see whether they will deliver vocally because they have struggled in the past. But I want to be positive on that one. So, like mostly, I believe they will. Okay, but now it's time to defend on other choices because they are different. So I will just call countries' names and we'll see who were the brave ones to say they qualify and who were the ones who don't. So first country that we were kind of disagreed about is Serbia. Who of you think that Serbia will qualify for the grand final? Okay, Nir, please. Why do you think Serbia are going to qualify?
It's something else. There is no other song in that genre, especially Luke's character is so different than anyone else. And there is something almost like a magnet that you feel when you see him performing. We saw that in the national selection. The genre of the song is different. His character is so many aspects that shine on that staging of 3 minutes. So I believe he will qualify easy, I would say.
Yeah, I think almost the same. It's very quirky, but on the good way. I mean, Croatia is also quirky, but I think that it's quirky that some people will just get to be avoided about. But Serbia, I don't think this is the case. The introduction of the song is, for me, it's very captivating on the melody aspect. So I think people will be swallowed out to the screens. And I believe that this song won't let people to be indifferent. And some of the people who like it probably gonna vote for it. Also, yeah, Serbia has Croatia in this semifinal, and other countries that can give some diaspora votes, like Switzerland, by the way, as well. So maybe it will help. I don't know. I know they're gonna bring a very interesting prop on stage. So I guess that on the staging aspect, they're gonna shine as well. Yeah, I'm quite positive about Serbia. Vani, I see that you don't agree with us, so please tell us, why do you think Serbia will miss the grand?
Well, Serbia. Actually, predicting the first semifinal was a little bit hard because there are like 11 songs which compete very, very strong, and someone had to be out in my prediction at least. And that one comes to be Serbia here. Why? Because I think that semifinal one has already too many weird songs, like Finland, like Czech Republic, like Croatia. And I do think that those songs can appeal to more people than Serbian one. Also, about the performance, I think he was not the best one to support this kind of song. At least what I saw from the national final, I mean, it could have been a lot better. For example, like Constructa made a legend out of her song, which was somehow similarly orientated and slayed the televoting, etc. And also, I don't know, I feel like Serbia will not get many votes from the northern countries of the semifinal, and the West Europe as well, or like Portugal or something like this. So I'm not really sure about this. I would say maybe a surprise non-qualifier, an 11th place in the semifinal.
I hope not personally, but let's see.
Me too. I hope not. I would like them to qualify.
Another country that we were like divided about was Portugal. So who of us think that Portugal gonna make it to the grand final? Okay, again, two of us. Vani, let's start from you again. Why do you think Portugal gonna make it to the grand final?
Well, this song is something very different from what Portugal usually sends. And it's a very upbeat song. Her vocal is amazing, given a cabaret musical vibe. And I do think that especially elder people will very hugely appreciate this. And also Portugal has Switzerland in the semi-final, and maybe remember a bit more. Germany also votes for them, I think, quite often. Or France even more. So yeah, I don't know. I feel like this song will do very well in the semifinal for some reason, because it's very different than the others as well, and it's a genre that we don't see Eurovision. And I think Portugal has qualified with way slower and more like boring for other people songs like Black Mamba or Maro, even in televoting. So why not this?
Interesting. So actually, I think that what will help Portugal to qualify, first of all, I think it will be like borderline qualifier. I don't believe it will be top 5 of that semi, just because it's a bloodbath, nothing else. But yeah, I think the running order is really on her side, because in the first half we have only 2 females acts. We have Norway as the opener and Portugal in slot number 5. They're quite distant one from other. And I think that some people might not find themselves in the stadium song of Ireland or the very strange song from Croatia. And I believe that this flow of happiness will make them to vote for it. Also, yes, some friendly countries going to vote in that semifinal. We have France, which is almost the neighbor of Portugal. We have Switzerland, Latvia. Germany. So I believe that from those countries we can expect some quite high ratings, and therefore it can qualify. And Nir, why do you think Portugal will be left outside of the final according to your prediction?
I say with a heavy heart because I really like her. She's really nice, and we know how vocally she's amazing. The staging is amazing. I just, we have to choose 10, and unfortunately, she's one of them in my prediction to be left out, not to be like in the bottom of the table, the score. But I think she will finish like around the 12, 13. Fortunately, sorry.
Yeah, could be. Really could be. Another one that some of us has seen as a qualifiers in our prediction, and some of us not, is Moldova. Who thinks that Moldova are gonna qualify for the grand final? Okay, Vani, I see that we're quite similar today. Yeah, please, Vani. Why do you think Moldova gonna make it to the grand final?
Well, Pasha is a very promising performer. First of all, he can own the stage. He proved that 11 years ago. But well, it's 2023 now. But still, I think the song is very catchy as well, very memorable. I think people will say Soarele si Luna quite often. So I don't know, like also Moldova usually gets good grades from televoting, and I don't see a reason why they wouldn't this year. So yeah, that's it. I think they will be a finalist.
Yeah, to be honest, I kind of agree with you. I'm mostly relying on the fact that Moldovan usually do well in the recent years, mostly on televote, by the way. So that's why I believe they will qualify. Personally, I don't think it's one of the strongest songs in that semifinal, to be honest, on personal taste. But I think that somehow they will sneak into the final just because they have a massive support. And also Moldova has proven along the years that they can take even, I would say, average songs, not offense anyone, but yeah, and convince people to vote them for the staging and the concept and so on. I do believe they have to change it a little bit from Etapa Națională because the staging there was sometimes too much. But still, yeah, Moldova will usually make it to the grand final, so that's why I say the same for this year. And Neil, why do you think Moldova will miss the final?
I said it before and I will say it again. I just think this time it's a little too much. It's a little too bizarre. Yes, it's Eurovision. We all like, it to be big and different, whatever. But I think it's a little too much. And I just don't see it. I just don't see it qualifying. That's it.
And now we have reached the level when we have countries that only one of us have thought that will qualify. First one of them is Malta. So who was the one who think Malta going to qualify? And Nir, please explain to us.
I believe Malta this year has a very groovy song. And because of the great vibe and the saxophone, that it's, again, another genre that is different and not like any other in that semi, it will help them to qualify. Not to mention that they have a cute lead singer that he's so sweet, and the way they dance. And, it's funny because when I first listened to that one, I wasn't a fan, but their groom is so much. And it's basically because of that live performance, how they deliver the song and how, he's playing with the camera and the moves and this, and, it's just good. So, yeah, I believe they are better than a few others in that semi.
I would like to see them in the final personally. The only thing I'm worried about is the running order because, yeah, slot number 2 is not the optional one, but of course it's possible to qualify from spot number 2. Another country that only one of us has seen as qualifier is Latvia. Vani, please.
Well, it was a very hard semi, but I do think that this song also stands out from the others for being very melancholic, very deep, very original, qualitative. Yeah, it is a song that would be a safer finalist for the jury if there was a jury, I believe. However, I still think that Latvia is going to scrap it their way to the final because it is just a nice theme as a song. It's very aesthetic, and I think people are going to appreciate this, even if it's going to be a few countries giving very high points, like Norway or Sweden or Finland. I think probably those countries will vote more for this song. And also, Ireland also, and I think Latvia will have not a safe way to the final, but I do think they will be like a borderline, but qualifier. And I do hope so.
So personally, I must confess that this song is in my top 10 of not only of that semi, but in general, a really good one, high quality, melancholic indie rock song, I would call it. Production is amazing. I see basically no disadvantage. Maybe the only thing I can mention is that this is a song that you probably start liking from the second time you hear it and not the first time, I think. But yeah, I just think that I'm just afraid because this song is more friendly to be with jury and not public. If it was the old format of voting, I would say they will qualify, by the way. And my wish that they will. So basically, as I see it now, they can be the 11th place of the semi, but I wish it will be even 10th or 9th. It will be good enough in order to advance. But yeah, agree with you, an amazing song.
Same here, by the way. I wish to see them qualify. You know, I love them so much. I love them from the first attempt they tried to represent Latvia before. They're amazing. Their music is awesome, and I really enjoy listening to their music. But again, I don't see the people voting for them just because. Yeah, they will perform amazing, I'm sure, but they're missing the kick. You know, that extra mile, that weirdness, that something that will be more memorable than just another great radio friendly song. You know, so I feel so sad for them, but unfortunately, I believe they will stay out. And with all the love I have for them.
Yeah, same here. I really like them. Another country that only one of us sees as qualifier is the Netherlands. Yeah, so Nir, please explain to us why do you think this song gonna make it to the final?
For me personally, this is like my biggest grower of the season. That's the song that I heard the first time and I said, wow, I don't like it. But ever since I keep listening to it more and more, I'm in love with that song. I definitely believe that Netherlands will know how to visualize that staging, so this song will be rememberable enough for be one of those top 10 to qualify. Vocally, they will nail it. I have no doubt. They have the chemistry between the two of them. That's awesome. And I really believe in them, to be honest. I really believe in them.
So I must relate to that one specifically because I think that if we would have recorded this video 2 weeks or 3 weeks ago, I would put them as qualifier as well. But something started to be not that promising about them. I mean, of course, I don't want to judge according to prayer parties because in general, the sound there is not perfect and so on and so on. But yeah, they struggle more than once. Even the Dutch broadcaster Avrotors has started to take action and like mentor them more and so on. So it looks like they have a reason to be worried. Basically, like if we're talking about only about personal taste, yeah, I want to see the Netherlands in instead one of the others, at least one of the others I mentioned. No names though, but yeah. But I don't know. I think that I'm not sure about what is the chemistry between them as well. So that's why I'm worried. But yeah, I want to mention in that forum that if they manage to improve it significantly, yeah, for sure they can qualify even without a big effort. But at the moment, I would put it just out. Okay, so if we're doing the math, actually, each one of us has chosen his 10 qualifiers, but that leaves us with 2 countries that we haven't mentioned, neither of us. So that means that, unfortunately, none of us see them as qualifiers. And the first one I want to raise on the table is Ireland. Vani, please.
Well, Ireland. They should really think that we're not in the late 2000s anymore. Also, it's not only my personal taste; it's also the theme of the song. It's very outdated. I think they have submitted it to the wrong year. I don't think Ireland also has a friend to vote for them in the semifinal. Yeah, United Kingdom is not there, Australia is not there. Oh, Malta maybe, but still, it won't be enough, of course. Yeah, so I think also the song is very weak, and I doubt about the performances. I don't know. They are like stereotypical rock band, nothing very special. I think the song doesn't stand out at all, anyways, as an entry. So I can see it in the final.
Near, please.
For me, this is like a very, very sad story for them, because that song, just as a song itself, it has everything right to become a very big hit on the radio, right? It's very catchy, and it have like a rhyme that can grab everyone together to sing along together with them. And the theme is like so Eurovision, right? We're like under the same sky, da, da, da. It like literally have everything, but maybe because it's a little overproduced and it's a little too much, adding to that a very lack of performance, that they're not energetic enough as the message of the song and the rhythm of the song. It just misses. So in this case, it's a big miss, unfortunately. I don't know. The video was very lame. I don't know. Something there is wrong, and unfortunately, but maybe it's a good sign for Ireland that they need to pick up for next year, because we're definitely missing Ireland like the 90s. So
Yeah, I have to agree with both of you. As I told, like in the reviews back then, even twice, I guess, it's just too predictable for me. And I think that people are tired of cliches, to be honest, really. I believe in it. At least the Eurovision voters. And I'm saying voters and not Eurovision fans, because it's not the same, by the way, yeah. Yeah, I think they're cute, they're looking amazing, they have great chemistry on stage, but song is just not enough. For me, the song sounds like it was produced in 2005 or something like that. Too repetitive. So yeah, I don't want to be rush on them, but I really can't see any chance for qualifying, unfortunately, in that strong bloodbath semifinal. And we'll end our video with relating to another country that we haven't talked about, unfortunately. This is Azerbaijan with TuralTuranX. Yeah, I will start by saying that, sadly, I think that song is just not memorable. Like, I have tried to listen to it several times, but I don't recall the majority of it. The only part I can recall is the starting of the chorus, because it's very like hymny. But yes, still, I think this is not the part of those songs that usually people go after. Maybe jury could have saved it, but once again, we don't have jury in that semifinal. And Nero, why do you think Azerbaijan is out?
I think you just said it. I can't even remember the song, to be honest. And I listen to the Eurovision song like on repeat all the time. The song is just not there. They're missing almost everything. And I say it unfortunately because they look so cute. But on the other hand, they should have come to Eurovision with a better song. This one is unfortunately not rememberable enough. I can't even, imagine like a different staging that will save it. you know.
Mhm.
That's it. Sorry.
And ending with Vani, please.
Yep, yeah, I agree with you guys. I actually think that Azerbaijan has not really a strong song this year that could stand out. In my opinion, actually, it has grown on me since the reviews we did. But still, it needs too many listens in order it starts sticking on you, growing on you. And that's a bad sign because we only hear the songs once. And also, it hasn't got, apart from the rap part, kind of a faster singing part, there isn't anything like interesting, unfortunately. So yeah, maybe the jury could save it indeed, as you said before, but yeah, I do think Azerbaijan has very low to zero chances of being in the final.
Okay, so those were our predictions for semifinal one. 15 countries will compete in semifinal one, but only 10 of them will make it to the grand final. So guys, tell us in the comments below, who do you think will qualify for the grand final? What do you think about our personal predictions? Have we made any mistakes? Do you agree with us? And don't forget to subscribe to our channel right here below. Give us a like. And you can visit us on escbeat.com, Spotify, Apple Music, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and basically everywhere. Take care and good luck to all semifinal one countries. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.